Our coverage of the NFL has brought us to Space City and NRG Stadium, right next to where the old Astrodome sits, here in Houston, Texas. Greg Zerline out for the opening kick. And we're off and running from Houston. Damian Pierce now to return it. Big lick from the coverage team there. That's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. They'll begin with a run by Mixon. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
The Jets get there and bring him down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
It's now 3rd down.
Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Finds a seam down the middle. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. 1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. From the gun, Stroud. Pass taken in by Diggs. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
1st down, Stroud. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed. So the first drive of the game ends not in points, Brock, but in an INT.
And I get it. Opening drives aren't always going to end up with points or a touchdown. Good thing, though, there's a lot of opportunities left to make up for that miscue and go get yourself back in rhythm and back on script.
First play, and Rodgers letting it rip. Into the hands of Conklin. This is ahead for about 5. Azeez Al-Shire that time on the tackle. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Working out of the gun. It's Rodgers. Into the hands of Garrett Wilson. And what a hit there. Ouch. He faced the price for moving the chains that time.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Petrie. And the Texans have the football back just shy of the midfield stripe. Not the auspicious debut they'd certainly hoped for on that opening drive. The coverage, impressive, taking their first possession away with that interception.
Hey, it is tough to play a clean game in this league. Caliber defenders are awesome. You just hope that eventual missteps happen at a less meaningful moment than your opening series. You don't want to make it any harder to get your rhythm and get your passing game going.
1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
It's a game of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 48. Best caught by Tank Dell. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down. So that was an exciting first quarter, but not the cleanest. A couple of early turnovers. A couple of zeros on the board right now. Welcome back. We'll begin the 2nd quarter with the Texans in possession. They're looking at 1st down here. Here's Stroud. On target to his back, Joe Mixon. And he's going to be touched down right at the line, so no gain on the play.
Defense all over that throw. You could just smell it. They just smelled that football coming their way, and that's as good as an incompletion. And they're going to be in a good spot, 2nd down coming up.
Has a man, Dalton Schultz. And they get this down to the 28. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down. To the air yet again, it's Stroud. Finds the in route complete. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Quincy Williams has it. And the Jets get the football just short of their 20 after the interception and return. Well, they were thinking at least a field goal on the drive if they couldn't reach the end zone, right? But the interception keeps them from even getting 3 out of this possession.
You really hope at the end of this game you don't look back and go, shoulda, woulda, coulda. If we could have gotten some points out of that drive early, we wouldn't be in the situation we are in now.
And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. We've hit the 2-minute warning now at NRG. And it's the Jets. With it, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Rodgers. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
That's incomplete left side.
The offense not shy about sending them downfield to try and stretch that secondary. Even still, one of the deeper targets you'll see him get. It's a shame they couldn't find a connection.
Rodgers throwing on third down. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, no look on his first look of the game. So that brings up 4th and long. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock. But, and they're going to fake this one. And the fake's not going to pay off as that winds up incomplete. And the fake punt is not going to keep things going, Brock. He winds up short. They're going to turn this football over on downs. They've got first down from the 31. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. 2nd and 3 now. From the 24. Escapes the pocket. Now here he goes. And he's going to be out of bounds right along the 20. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first. Out of the shotgun, a give to Mixon. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Shotgun now for Stroud. Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by DJ Reed. And the Jets get it back up close to their 40 as he's finally tracked down after that return.
Red zone defense, it is a part of the practice week at least twice, Thursdays, Fridays, even tuning it up on Saturdays, because it's all about protecting in the red zone. And not only protecting points, but taking the ball away, that is a gold star effort by the defense.
Off play action, Rodgers. He puts some power on a deep one left. He's got it inside the 25. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Timeout called by the offense, and with another timeout available, they could actually get another 2 plays if they were quick. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Rodgers here from the gun. He's on the move. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. One last play before the break. This is Allen on the give. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Jets take the lead just before halftime. Braylon Allen, the touchdown. Well, Brock, not sure the play they were running was all that disguised, but with the personnel they had out there, it was going to be tough to stop him either way.
Yeah, there's a great debate. Is it the X's and O's or the Jimmies and Joes? Yep. No debate there. That was the Jimmies and the Joes in their want-to run it right down their throat.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the final play of our first half. A final throw before the break. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Picked off by DJ Reed. So halftime has to wait one more snap. That pass interference call means we've got an untimed down coming up. Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. Dive in, and he gets his hands underneath for the catch. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Now Rodgers. He lets one fly deep downfield. Oh, and he can't follow through. He had the deep shot for a moment, Brock, but he bobbled it and drops it. This one intended for the running back. So it'll be 2nd down. Rodgers here off the play action. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a massive 35-yard pickup, 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
So the big play moves him well past midfield, has him set up now at the 35. To the air here on 1st down, Rodgers. Buys time, rolling right. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Throwing once again, Rodgers. That's caught. He finds Alan Lazard. And he's going to take this across. Touchdown, New York. The Jets grow the lead coming out of halftime. Zerline on now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Jets double their lead to 14. Zerline has it all teed up and ready to send it away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Running with Mixon out of the gun. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
From the 33 on second down. Forced out to his right. That's low and bounces short of his man. He was hoping to get it to Tank Dell there. And it's third down. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. Couldn't connect to a Tank Dell. And that'll bring up fourth down. And you're going for this. That's complete to Diggs on the slant. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Oh, I love fourth downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure, and it turns out they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
Stroud throwing here on first. Completed to Collins. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for first and 10. A give to Mixon up the middle. Works his way to the 35. And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run. How about 29 yards on first down? And a fresh set of downs on its way. He brings the offense up now for a first and 10. Keeping it with Mixon. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
10 yards on the pickup.
From the gun, Stroud. Pass it down close. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. It's a 6-yard gain. That sets up first and goal. So we hit the end of the third quarter. The Texans have it to start, coming in trailing on the scoreboard.
Texans nothing.
Might be trying to power this across, Brock. They've got 3 tight ends out there. It's first and goal. Oh, fullback's got it. Look at the power. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. Only a yard that time, and now it's second and goal from the 1.
I know they had bigger visions when they called that play. This is one of those spots, Kate, where when a defense is dialed in, especially in the red zone, it's very tough to surprise them with anything.
Now it's second and goal from the 1. Staying between the tackles with Mixon. And he's over the line and in! Touchdown, Houston! The Texans now within 1 score in the 4th. It's a Joe Mixon touchdown. Well, we all knew what was coming when they got into that goal line formation, didn't we, Brock? And they just pound the rock in for an old-school touchdown.
I just sometimes love that stuff.
Yep.
Nothing fancy, nothing cute. Here's our formation. You know we're running right at you, and we challenge you to stop us, and you can't.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. Chased out to his right. He's going to keep it this time. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the 1st down.
They give on 2nd to Hall. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that 1st down.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
On the move, trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Trying again, following the sack. Caught by Lazard. And they make the stop. We're going to say at about the 37-yard line. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28. That takes us to the 2-minute warning in Houston. Jets feeling lucky with a 7-point lead. Here's Rodgers on 1st and 10. Escapes the puck. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. With 1:54 remaining, the defense burns a timeout.
Final quarter, this quarterback's just feeling the need to do a little extra, try to make something happen outside the pocket. The problem? Defense wouldn't let them. They have that same kind of urgency. They want to make some plays of their own before they hit the showers. They got one right there with that sack.
Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Wow, they're going to pass it here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Wanted to fit that one into Devontae Adams. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Setting up to pass. And they got there in time. He's taken down. Houston calls it 2nd timeout. As they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. He'll throw it. And on 4th down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
back to throw. Into the hands of Schultz. And he's able to take this one down to the 25.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Here he is to throw. He's on the move. And will he? No, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up. Here he is to throw. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Picked off by C.J. Mosley. And the Jets make the play that should win them this game.
4 picks, 1 game. Yeah, I get it. They've not all been his fault, but it isn't any easier to stomach. For the sake of his mental game, I think it's about time to limit things to short, easy passes or simply take him off this field altogether.
That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Malachi Corley reels it in. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. The Jets take their first time out. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Markers reset, ball at the 37. He'll look to throw it. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. I got a timeout here. Just 8 seconds remaining in our ball game. They really need some chunk yardage here on second down. Another try following the sack. Launches one deep downfield. They did it. He made the interception. Kamari Lassiter with the pick. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. So they're going to go ahead and call a timeout here. Only 3 seconds left in the game. They're out and set. 1st and 10. One final shot here. Buys time, rolling right. Trying to push it deep downfield. It's intercepted. That will do it. Sauce Gardner with the INT. So it's a road win for the Jets. And it's going to be remembered quite a bit for the defensive effort right there at the end to steal away the last bits of hope from the opposing sideline with that interception, Brock, and officially end this game. So for Brock Eward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. It's a well-earned win for the Jets as we'll see you next time from Houston.
What are we doing?
Well, days like these is why you have retractable roofs, and we've got an open one on a gorgeous afternoon for football at NRG Stadium in Houston. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. A shotgun snap to Stroud. That one complete. It's tanked down. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
2nd and 10. Throwing now is Stroud. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Bobby Wagner, multiple times an All-Pro, in there to drop him for a loss.
Partner, the Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker, has so many different responsibilities. How excited do you think he was to get home with that blitz?
Yeah, he wants a sack. He got it. Well, a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. Stroud out of the gun here. This ball nearly intercepted. A once-in-a-season chance for the big fella, but he couldn't corral it. 4th down, straight ahead.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On is the punter, Townsend, as he gets this one away. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. And this is going to be a Commander's first down as he'll get this up to about the 42. That may be a sneak peek on this opening drive of what this young rookie can showcase, his legs.
And normally, as you start a game, you're just thinking, can he get the snap? Can he hand off? Can he just execute? Instead, he doesn't waste any time on wrapping another dimension to his game, showing off those wheels, and picking up some nice yardage.
Daniels looking to throw. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down. They'll run for the first time here with Brian Robinson. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be third down. He couldn't get the edge there. It wasn't sealed, so maybe not all on the guy running the football all the time on those tosses and the pitches that go to the outside.
No, not at all. I would agree with that totally, because sometimes the defensive guys, they win the edge battle. And when they do that, there's no place for the running back to go, and especially for offensive linemen trying to get out ahead. With their footwork and speed, it was negligible on that play.
Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off, and the Texans are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety did it.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety, and you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. He'll get 4 yards on the carry there, and we will get to the end of the first quarter of play. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Stroud to throw it. That's complete to Darrow. He's got room at the 30. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Houston. Takedown, 59 yards. And the Texans post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. The game had been pretty uneventful offensively until that big strike.
No doubt about it. Almost felt like they were just going back and forth a little bit in the first quarter. But in the second quarter, things ramped up a little bit. Things jumped up. And you're exactly right. Going to make a highlight film or two. We'll be watching that one later on today.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 9. Throw left side, McCaffrey's got it. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And 3rd and 8 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's Daniels. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. Daniels going to throw for it. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Well, a real head-scratcher there. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. Mixon with a 1st down carry. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try to keep the defense honest.
I mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down.
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. 2nd down and 6 now. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Dalton Schultz from 17 yards out. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. To throw is Daniels. He's going deep for Brown. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I believe I'm following their logic. Take the big shot downfield, loosen things up. You're hoping to get some points on the board before the half. Maybe now you come back and throw some underneath stuff in order to make sure you get a completion.
To the air goes Daniels. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Daniil Hunter. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this 1st half. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Third down and 13. Throwing now is Daniels. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
They have been struggling to put points on the board so far. While you don't have to look at all on the rookie quarterback, he's definitely the root cause. At all rookies, they have those learning experiences in their first year. What they're hoping for is that he can learn on the fly, work through his struggles against his defense, and at the same time, still find a way to put them in a position to win.
He'll get it inside the 20, and he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 in the 1st.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Now Stroud. There's Stephon Diggs for the catch on the slant. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up second down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Touchdown! Tanked down with a second touchdown here in this first half. And the Texans will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that, because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league, but this one feels pretty darn secure. And here's the other part. Even when people chip away at it, it forces you into being almost perfect on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try and mount a comeback.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Charles, you down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time, because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football. Charles now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless.